What's up? What's up? Welcome to the Really Broke Podcast.
We back at it.
I'm your host, Big Ken TV, and to my left,
Skinny Ken.
All right, episode 16.
16.
Man, we moving right along, man.
Kind of like, I don't know, it felt like it was zooming at first, but
It felt like what?
it was zooming at first, like we were flying through when we had 16. I felt like we'd be at like 20, 30 by now. That's what it feels like.
I don't know. It seems like we're moving along. 16, episode 16. Did you know the average podcast that starts doesn't get past episode 3 or 4? No matter what, either they quit or,
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We at least made it to 10.
Yeah, we at least made it to 10. You know what I'm saying? At least made it to 10. So, man,
Very
we got a interesting week this week.
man. Just to start off, just a quick health fact. U.S. has officially banned the food dyes in artificial flavorings. That was just announced today, so just wanted to clap that up.
It's about time.
About time. No more red 40, yellow 30, orange 20, whatever, yellow, green 10, whatever. It's just bad for you, Cancer rates have been rising. It's affecting the kids in a bad way. Was it hyperactive? What was that they was saying?
Well, I don't think that's more to do with the sugar. The sugar.
Well, the artificial flavors and dye. I mean, it's all.
Yeah.
It's all connected.
The colors don't really add flavor to the food. It just makes it more appealing.
No, I'm saying all that affects the kid, though. That's what they were saying.
Of course.
The hyperactivity. That's what I'm saying. I know the dye is a dye.
Yeah. Well, hey, listen. You go to other countries and stuff, and they don't even drink Gatorade, the red Gatorade, or none of that stuff. And United States keep putting this poison in our foods and stuff. I mean, we don't know whether it's just the root of like most cancers, but I mean I have a pretty good idea. That's probably where all that stuff comes from, with all the antibiotics in food, the coloring in Skittles and Starburst and drinks and cough medicine and everything. What it does do is make it visually appealing. It does do that. I mean, we're gonna be walking around with a bunch of clear Skittles. You know what I'm saying? Clear Starburst.
Yeah, like what's everything will be black and white. I mean, I don't.
So
clear Gatorade.
So I mean, it does make it appealing, and I mean, what we're gonna do with like Fruity Pebbles and stuff? Just gonna have a bowl of rice.
It's gonna be Pebbles.
It's gonna be Pebbles. So it's all a marketing ploy when it comes from corporate. Make it bright, make it colorful. The kids will eat it. That's the first thing the kids are gonna go for. But at the same time, I feel personally it's hurting our health in the long run. I mean, we've been eating that stuff for years. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know how it's going to affect you, especially when the kids get older and stuff. And you have all of these, I mean, we've had more, cancer diagnosis amongst the population than we've ever had in 40, 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
because nowadays it's not really, cancer can't be heredity, genetic, whatever. But nowadays I feel like it's whatever you put in your body as well. That's why I've been trying to watch what I eat. You know what I mean? I cut all that out. Once I found out they was using bugs and stuff for the dyes, I was done with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the one dye or color snack treat you gonna miss the most?
Oh, that's a good question.
I can't say. I mean, you of course you can still eat whatever you want, but at the same time, I'm done with it. Period. So.
No, you got a good point. I don't really eat candy and stuff no more, and I don't really eat that type of stuff. But I will say maybe the candy will start looking funny. Maybe M&Ms and all that stuff. One because
they all taste the same. It's just the colors kind of like I
don't know. I can kind of tell strawberry and lime Skittles.
No, I'm talking about M&Ms. It's all chocolate.
Oh yeah. It's all
Skittles,
chocolate.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a guessing game.
Because you don't go.
Is this lime or
you're not gonna know which flavor it is.
Is this blue raspberry or blueberry? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll probably miss Fruity Pebbles. My Swedish fish for sure. Twizzlers. All kinds of stuff.
It's still going to be there, but the Cheetos are going to be affected the most. Cause
man,
That's a bag of cancer right there. That's all that is.
So is it? They gonna have to get rid of the regular ones too because of the orange and all? Yeah. I mean, because all of it got dyes. I didn't even realize Doritos they got dyes in it too. I didn't think Doritos got dyes in it.
That's what I'm saying. They all got dyes in it.
I mean, we don't know when it just got announced today or whatever. We don't even know when it's gonna go in effect. But yeah, it's I don't know how that's gonna work. I mean, everything's gonna be playing the basic now, so I don't know.
And I mean, I'm not a food engineer, so I don't know exactly what the food is going to look like, what it's going to taste like. I just know that, from my standpoint, I'm glad that they got rid of the dyes. Yeah. How is that going to affect us in the future? We don't know. We'll find out.
But health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Absolutely.
All right, let's get into the headlines.
Oh my goodness,
man.
Oh my goodness.
Skip.
Hey, Skip. I'm a Hall of Famer, Skip. Skip. You never played football, Skip. I played football. I'm one of the best tight ends in NFL history. I got 2 championships and a Hall of Fame jacket. Skip.
All right.
That's my Shannon Sharpe doing it. That's my Shannon Sharpe.
She's actually been getting better at it. Surprisingly.
Skip. So. Hey, Skip. All right.
You think he be talking to his ladies like that?
Skip. I'm gonna choke you. No.
I'm gonna choke you, girl.
I'm gonna choke you, girl.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So before we get to the segment, we have to say all of this is alleged. We make jokes. We going to have some fun. Everything is alleged. Everything. We don't know the facts. We don't know what's going on. Everything is alleged. But hey, we're gonna joke about the shit because the shit's funny as hell to me. Not what he's accused of, but Shannon's mannerisms and stuff. So, so let's get into it.
So I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen it, it's been everywhere. And if you don't know who Shannon Sharpe is, former NFL player, Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion. He had a duo show with Skip Bayless that was very popular called Undisputed, and he's on First Take now. And he kind of been everywhere, but some stuff came out.
Don't forget, he also transcended into the podcast.
Yeah,
space.
Well, he got with Ocho too. Club Shay Shay as well. I forgot about Club Shay Shay. And then what's the one with Nightcap?
Nightcap with Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, so
he been doing it.
His face is everywhere. So I wouldn't be surprised, if you haven't seen Shannon Sharpe, but looks like he got caught in a little something, but recently it was what was it, $100 million contract supposedly he possibly might be getting from I forgot what
whatever media company that distributes his it's not just one podcast, but that distributes his media production company, which includes the podcasting. His contract is up for renewal. And
it has potential to be a $100 million deal. $100 million. But, for whatever reason, especially when it comes to the black man, anytime, somebody sees somebody about to get some money, some always happen to come out trying to get a check out somebody. But is allegedly he's been accused of some what was it?
Sexual assault,
rape allegations. They with a female. What's the lawyer's name?
We don't know names.
Bugsby, Tony Bugsby.
He just saying now Bugsby is the same guy that went after Jay-Z, and then found out that the chick made everything up. So I don't trust Bugsby. Bugsby is a check chaser. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He's only targeting black men. As far as I just see the pattern. Why are you just only going after black successful people, and every time when it comes to a black an athlete, a rapper, actor, whatever, his name is always in the mix. And it seems like he would have learned this lesson when Jay-Z shut him down, because as soon as he went after Jay-Z about him being at the parties, and it was allegedly an incident, and she said that Jay-Z was involved, and we found out that he wasn't involved. Hell, he wasn't even there. She quickly recanted her story, and this is another thing too. What isn't fair is that women who's chasing a check goes out and accuses an athlete, an actor, or somebody rich, a businessman, or whatever, and their reputation is ruined. They got to get lawyers. They have to fight it. And to find out that the chick lied and she was just trying to get a check. Well, she gets to ride off in the sunset like nothing ever happened.
Right.
But the person that is affected the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you beat the allegation, you don't beat you don't beat the reputation, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Part of your history now.
And now it's a part of your history forever. Even though it was proven that you know whatever the situation was, that you weren't involved in the accusation, you weren't involved in whatever happened. But guess what? People are always gonna remember that. It's always gonna be on the internet. Like, hey man, weren't you the one that was accused of sexual assault? Yeah, I was accused, but it wasn't me. Well, nobody forgets that. They're going to keep bringing that up in your history. You're going to always have that side eye from people, even though you might have been found completely innocent. Hell, you might not even been there. She just made the shit up. And now you are stuck with that brand. It's kind of like cattle, you know, how they stick them on the side and you stuck with that brand. That's kind of like that when women falsely accuse men of sexual assault or sexual misbehavior. And that has to stop. There needs to be some type of repercussions for the women. If a woman steps up, comes out and wants to accuse someone and it finds out that the story has been fabricated, and I'm talking about real proof that the story has been fabricated, she lied, she was trying to get a check, she needs to be charged and go to jail. I'm serious.
It ain't right for a female to steady being able to play victim and you ain't even providing no proof, no evidence.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can see if you have video, you getting beat up, you getting a sexual assault. Okay, you have a case here, but you can't just go on a limb trying to get a check, making up this BS story and then recant it when you find out it ain't gonna go nowhere.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, and then like you said, I mean, they need to start facing repercussions. It has to be something. Just like when what's the old boy name? Jesse Smollett, the black dude from Empire. He came out and lied about being about getting kidnapped, but he got fatal repercussions. You know, his acting career is down the drain now, and then he do some time or something like that. So I mean, male is instant repercussions. Female is just nothing. It just gets brushed under the rug or ends up turning into a forgotten about or turns into a payoff. Because there was rumors that Shannon allegedly tried to pay off $10 million or whatever.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get into that
right before all the stuff came out. But I mean, it's been text messages. He's saying Tony Busby got like a 30-second video or of a little mini sex tape or whatever the case is. I mean, Shannon came out, you know, he had a little mini video I seen, you know, Shannon Sharpe here, just wanted to, you know,
did a little PR work.
PR work, you know what I mean? They trying to shake me down, you know what I mean? So, it just is crazy, man. Every time, you know, comes to a black man and get some money, there's something coming out. It's ridiculous, like.
Right. So just so we don't get no crazy emails and stuff, we are talking about the females that blatantly and are proven to be liars. Okay, we're not talking about real victims of sexual assault.
We're talking about
real victims of sexual assault. Please come forward, tell your story. We're talking about the con artists. We're talking about people that have been pushed to set people up. That's who we're talking about. And going back to Shannon Sharpe, so he was messing with the chick for a couple years. There has been,
I don't think it was that long. They say it was like 2024 to early January.
So, and she was 20. She had just turned 20. He's 54.
I thought she was 21.
No, she's like 22 now. I'm talking about when they first met. I'm just going by the story, by what I read on Twitter.
21.
21?
Could be something.
I saw 19. So, and that's wild. But yeah, she was.
Either way, either way, 30 is wild, bro.
It's wild. It's wild.
30-some years is wild.
It's wild.
I mean, look at Bill Belichick and his is ridiculous. He like 70.
I mean, look, she's grown though. So the age thing isn't the issue. It's the you know that her maturity level isn't going to be there. That's what I'm saying. When you have a 54-year-old messing with a 20-year, come on now. We all know what that's about. That's about, it's a sexual thing. Come on now. But as long as she's of age and she's consenting. Well, she says she consented at first, but now it was a couple of incidents that she didn't consent to. That's where the issue is. So everybody knows that this was a consensual relationship. Her issue, the issue is that towards the end of the relationship, there were some things done that she said she didn't consent to, and all of this is alleged. And do you remember, like, was it early this year with the Michelle incident where he was on live and he didn't know he was on live?
Like last year.
Yeah. And he was on Michelle. Michelle. And he came out and publicly acknowledged that and said it was my bad. You know what I'm saying?
Act like he ain't know how live works. Like, come on.
Yeah, when you do a live, you have to go through. It's several processes you have to go to. It's not even just Instagram. It's TikTok or YouTube or anything. It's several things you have to bypass before you go. It's not like you can just turn your phone on and your shit click on.
And it's a whole countdown.
Yeah, and it's a whole countdown.
Like, it's a whole countdown.
Well, not even that. It's do you want to go live? Yes. Are you sure? Yes.
It's a whole process. So to say that you, and especially you're in the media world. I mean, y'all live and record constantly, using text. So don't sit here and say you've never used live in your life, bro.
Well, anyway, so he had that incident with Michelle where, he accidentally broadcasted his sexual innuendos, not visually,
his voices,
audio. And so there's an issue. There's a insinuation that this has something to do with that. Like she was upset about, because from the phone calls, it sounds like he's trying to end it. He wants to end everything. And I don't know how old the phone call is, but
that's two different situations, though.
What you mean?
The Michelle and this one is two different situations.
No. You're not. What I'm saying is they're insinuating he was messing with the chick before the Michelle incident. So what I'm saying is he found out he was messing with another chick. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So he probably cut it off with her. He started kicking it with Michelle. Now she's upset and she's like, "Oh, I'm about to get this dude." You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not saying this is fact. I'm saying there's an
I thought you were saying it was the same female.
No, it's not the same female. I'm saying that with that in conjunction with him messing with the other chick, she felt a certain way when she found out because it was all everywhere. Yeah. And she felt a certain way when she found out about the Michelle incident. That's what I'm saying. You know how women get. Women.
Yeah, but why wait so late? That happened a minute ago. But you just waited. You just knew you was gonna get this $100 million contract or something, and waited to come out and say it. No, like if you had such an issue with it, you could have came out with that back then.
Agreed.
That's my whole thing.
And then another point I want to point out. It seems like it's always some type of witch hunt when it comes to successful men, successful black men in particular. That's why I say, man, whenever you come up on some money, be quiet. Mm-hmm. Keep it to yourself. I wouldn't announce nothing. I wouldn't have talked about it. I wouldn't have told my friends. I wouldn't have said nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't hear anything about this before it's not like I don't think the deal is done. That was what
it's in the works. I mean,
that was in the works. I don't know if it's in the works now, but we'll see.
I don't know. This is like two incidents with Shannon. So
exactly.
It's just not a good look. Whether you was guilty or not, whatever the case was, it's just not a good look, bro.
It's not a good look.
And like I said, you already a black man as it is, so it's double for you. Double trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to fight the accusation and skin color. You know what I'm saying? So he fighting two battles here.
You're dealing with the other rate. It's really a triple XXX. There's 3 strikes, buddy. 3 strikes, you're out of here, buddy. And they really trying to get you up out of here, bro.
They're really trying to get you up out of here.
You should have just
kept quiet. Kept your money to yourself.
But you can't help media. I mean, you can't stop that. Stuff gets out. I mean, you as a celebrity and all that, you just have no privacy nowadays. I mean, there's always videos. I mean, it's literally people getting video recorded, happen to be at a lunch or something, or they happen to catch a famous couple argument. Like, why are you all so invested in stuff like this?
Else's life.
Like, it's just weird. You know what I mean? So in a way, I feel for Shannon because it's hard to keep your privacy, but especially when it comes to money, you definitely want to like keep that on the low. But I think it's a today's thing. Everybody feels the need to brag and this and that to get the attention, or I don't know what it is, some weird shit. But you got to feel the need to let everybody know. Well, act like you had some money before. You know what I mean? Like act like you. I mean,
listen, Shannon Sharpe is one of my favorite football players. I watched him win the Super Bowls with John Elway. I'm a fan of Shannon Sharpe. I watched his YouTube club Shay Shay. Come on, we talk about Shay. Matter of fact, we talk about Shannon Sharpe and Stephen A. Smith all the time. Yeah. Like, hey, I have no problem with Shannon Sharpe. I just have a problem with these accusations that are like connected to him.
I don't see Stephen A. getting caught up in nothing. That boy got a LeBron PR team for sports analysts at this point. And I don't never see Stephen A. get caught up in nothing.
Well, you don't know that. I mean, it might be some stuff behind the scenes that
but ain't nothing came out.
True.
I mean, I haven't heard. I mean, I can't name one thing Stephen A. has been in or accused of.
Me neither. Not yet.
Other than dressing bad outside the suit. I mean, like that's about it.
Yeah, having a bad hairline.
Having a bad hairline and dressing like he's still in the 2000s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he wear the big baggy suits and shit.
He be all. And then when it come to regular clothes, he got the big baggy jeans. Just looking all old school player with it. But yeah, Stephen, I ain't never heard of Stephen A. being caught up with. I thought it might have been something with him and Matt Molly maybe, but
he wasn't. I also thought that. I also thought that he had got it was he might have been involved in that in some kind of way. Yeah. I'm glad he wasn't.
No. She fine.
She is fine.
She was.
They flirt with each other all the time.
Because she was. She was married to Jalen Green. Not Green.
No, Jalen Rose.
Jalen Rose for a couple years.
Exactly. Exactly.
But to get back to the Shannon.
No. I wanted to clarify. When the Molly thing was like, they always flirt with each other, but you kind of notice that they've kind of like toned it down a lot. They don't even go there.
Especially after when that Joy Taylor stuff came out.
The Joy Taylor came out. Yeah, the Joy Taylor stuff came out. That was wild. But back, like you said, back to Shannon Sharpe.
Dion better watch himself too. He been getting a little flirty with Rossi Diaz. They on their little, what's that show called? We Got Tom.
Hey, I don't know, man.
It could be something going on. Who knows? But,
to me, it seemed like Roxy flirting with him though. So he in the clear.
Roxy seems like she an older dude anyway.
Wasn't her and Eddie Murphy?
You know what they was, Rocky. I forgot about that.
Her Eddie Murphy. She's into older, successful rich dudes. Man. So, I don't knock the hustle, man. I don't
like what you like.
You like what you like. But going back to Shannon Sharpe, though, it's kind of like, you become successful. You get these big contracts. We're talking about black men, successful black men, and these women come out, and I'm not all women. I don't want no hate emails or nothing, but it seems like certain females come out, and we're not going to get into color or race or anything, but it seems like nothing is said before these contracts and these big money paydays come out. We didn't hear nothing. I mean, he's been on social media forever. You know what I'm saying? We ain't heard nothing. We ain't heard nothing this year. We ain't heard nothing last year until recently. And, black men, you just got to be careful in who you date and who you associate yourself with.
That's literally what it really comes down to. Y'all keep choosing the wrong. Y'all either sharing the same females or just.
I mean, she's 20 years old.
Choosing. I mean, what's wrong with dating somebody around your age, man? Like, he clearly ain't listening to what Monique was saying on the episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's somewhere, listen at all.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong, but ain't nothing wrong with that fresh though. You know,
Yeah, but you talking 30-something years.
Fresh,
We talking about 30-something.
Ain't nothing wrong.
Shannon like 50. All right, get you like a 30-year-old at least.
30.
It's ain't nothing wrong.
30 is great.
30 is the new 20s anyway.
30 is great.
What's wrong with 30?
I think you should start. He's 54.
Look
he
at
should start with
Bernice
35.
Burgos.
Yeah, she fine.
She like the LeBron of all the baddies. You know, she's still killing it. Like she like pushing 40.
No, listen.
Like there's fine older women, gorgeous. So it's got to be just I don't know, like
there's nothing that you two have in common.
Nothing.
Other than, sexual innuendos.
That's it. It just what's lust? Lust.
That's all it is. What is a 20-year-old going to talk to a 54-year-old about?
And they said she got like OnlyFans too. Like you already knew what you were
what you were getting into. You know?
So it's but like outside, he is football player and this sports analyst, and then but we don't know how he is on the regular side, and we see, you know what I mean? Like
but my thing is though, it's fine if you getting your OnlyFans chick because some bad ones. That's fine, but I mean, you're gonna get into a relationship.
Yeah,
like it should have been a thing to where you hit it and quit it. In my opinion, hit it and quit it and move on. You know what I'm saying? Go to the next OnlyFans chick. If you rocking like that, I get that. That's what I get. I get that.
Yeah.
But to say, hey, you
situation sits with an OnlyFans. At that, like, come on, a million dudes see her body. Why would you want to be? That's a one and done. A couple, you know what I mean? Like, but to get
one and done.
A situation shit with that, I mean, you set your own self up. Like.
Hey, so that goes on. Would you date an OnlyFans chick?
No, I'm not dating no OnlyFans. I'm not dating no stripper. I'm not dating no female that I know obviously has men either looking at her, touching her, around her on a daily basis.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, I mean, I can't control if a female cheating or not, but at least I know the type of females that I'm choosing. All right, they ain't just out here, obviously. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? It's obvious. OnlyFans is obvious.
It's
obvious. You dancing and shaking your, ass in front of dudes on a daily basis for dollars. You know what I mean? So I would never I don't have I don't even know the word. I just don't have it in me to date that. That's a one and done,
One and done.
Fine, you know what I mean?
I
So I don't like messy stuff.
I don't like messy stuff.
I stay out of messy situations, and Shannon Sharpe seems to keep finding, like, bro, you older. Like, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
It's not even that. Even before he got cheese, he got cheddar.
You got money. You can have any female that you want, bro. We all know ugly don't mean nothing when you got money.
When you got
you can have any female you want. You feel me? Like, come on. Like,
are you saying Shannon Sharpe is not a handsome man?
He's not a handsome man. Sorry, Shannon. I hate to break it to you, dog. Sheesh.
With them hot dogs in the back of his neck.
It looked like you had a lineup since the early 2000s, bro. Like, what's this? You like, come on. Like,
Shannon, hey, this is just jokes, man.
Jokes, man.
You my guy, man. You my guy.
It's just, hearing the alleged recordings and the text messages.
Yeah, that's wild.
You like, she was like,
he said they were doctored, though. He said they were doctored.
Put this big black baby in me. Like, what? What is going on here?
That's when I knew she was a white girl.
I know, right? Put that big black baby in. Like,
oh, wow.
What's going on here?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Put a big black baby inside me.
And that's true because he released that. He released that transcript.
He had all the text messages or alleged text messages.
Put that big black baby.
And then the alleged voice. I mean, but it's just so hard to like.
Why you gotta be big and black though? Like, why?
and you white, it's gonna come out mixed.
It's
like so, but she could have been referring to a couple things. But anyways, it's just like. Damn, I forgot the word I was about to get to. The recordings. Oh no, I was getting to the AI point because there's so much AI stuff out. It's hard. It's hard to really tell.
That's why all of this is alleged.
It's hard to really tell what's real and what's fake nowadays because AI is literally everywhere.
Yeah, and they sound just like somebody.
They can AI anything. They could put you in a photo with somebody you don't even know or ain't even never had relations with or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? They could put you hugging Beyonce. I ain't never met Beyonce in my life. You know what I mean? You feel me? Oh, you have. So I should have said somebody else. He about to gas it up.
I met her before Jay-Z.
Yeah. I don't know though, cause I don't know.
You don't know what?
I don't know. I'll just leave it at that.
You don't know what?
I don't know. I'll just leave it at that because it was when them allegations came out with Jay-Z, the sexual assault or whatever, saying he was messing with Beyonce at a younger age. So we don't really know.
You know what?
We don't really know. You know what I mean? So you probably
I don't know that for you. I don't know.
He been around for a minute. You know, before she was Beyonce. Yeah. But anyway, like I said, the AI is just so hard to believe. So it's like when I'm hearing his voice recordings, you know, like she all like, oh, don't manipulate me, and Shannon like, you know, you say that one more time,
I'm gonna choke your ass.
I'm gonna choke the shit out of you. I don't like to be choked. You know, like. But
then he said, no, that was wild.
Yes, you do. Like, yes, you want to be choked or whatever the case is. You know what I mean? But it's some females that be into that. You know what I mean, on the sexual side, but it's just the fact of like you see whether this is real or not. You see other sides of people, of celebrities, and it's just like damn,
they're regular people. They're regular people.
So it's like.
And they go through
it shouldn't surprise you in a way, but in a way it can because of how you see them. You constantly see them in the media. You see them as a celebrity. You see them as this athlete.
It doesn't surprise me at all. We're all human. They make mistakes. We're all human. The only really difference is, they got more money.
That's the only thing that
drive a better car,
separates me and Shannon
Sharpe. Live in a bigger house.
Shannon Sharpe, he got more money than me.
He got more money than me. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah. But I hope all this stuff ain't true. Because I mean, man, Shannon, this at this point it's your third strike, bro. It's your third strike, bro. Like
up out of there. They're trying to pack him up.
You too grown for this, man. You pushing 60, dog. You feel me? Like, why you ain't listening to what Monique said, man? Go find you one around your head that like to cook your meals and rub your feet and do your like. Go find you one of those.
At least 35.
You know what I mean?
40.
Like 30. You mess with these unseasoned females. What's wrong with you, man? Shit. But hey, we'll see. You know, I don't think. It's probably gonna end in like a little, I always do, payoff scheme, whatever the case.
Well, okay, I'm glad you brought that up. Well, if it results in a payoff, does that mean that could be guilty?
I mean, it could be guilty, or it could be you just want to get this over and done with.
If somebody's accusing me of something, I ain't paying, and I know what happened. I ain't paying off shit.
Well,
I ain't giving you
But in a way,
nothing.
you kind of just want to be like,
no.
Like
I heard that.
Your reputation.
We'll kill it. Because I'll be damned, I have that look like I did something because I paid somebody off. I'd rather live with trying to recover my career based off of my vindication than to have any type of suspicion that I was involved because I wrote out a check. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, I get it. He got this big money on the table. He probably just wanted to push it to the side. Dude, your reputation means everything. And especially when it comes to the money. Now, your reputation don't mean nothing after you get the money, because I don't care what somebody thinks about me after I get the money. Yeah. But to get to the money, your reputation is everything.
Even when it comes to all that, I'd just give me the money. I don't even want the fame. Just give me the money.
And then another thing too,
just give me the money.
Why the chick? No, I don't know. I don't know what's up with her attorney Busby, and he just a hungry, thirsty dude. My thing is, why? All right, if you're going to bring this up and you're trying to get a money grab, why would you wait before he signed? Why wouldn't you wait till after he signs the contract? Like, he didn't even now it's a possibility that you just messed the money up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm not saying she's right. I'm saying it's wrong. But what I'm saying is like, now you done double down where now he didn't even sign the contract yet. Yeah.
Well, maybe in a way too, she was trying to kill that for him as well.
Oh, now that's just evil.
Now, you feel me though?
That's just evil.
Maybe she was trying to shut all that down. Like, you thought you was $100 million. You thought you was getting that, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then if you're gonna sue, now he ain't got the $50 million.
Yeah, I mean, but he was willing to pay 10, so he got some money.
He got the money.
He got some money, but he ain't got $100 million money.
Yeah, I mean, well, allegedly he had said that he offered $10 million.
So she said that wasn't enough.
That that kind of, I'm rooting for you, Shannon. But once I heard that, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of puts, overshadowed, not guilty and not being involved. Because if you're willing to pay somebody $10 million before it even comes out, where there's smoke, there's usually a fire.
And $10 million is hefty.
And $10 million is hefty. Like whatever she wanted to say, you really didn't want her to get it out.
Like anywhere from 500 to maybe 5, not even 5 at most, maybe like a meal, maybe. I mean, it's not like she really. Yeah, OnlyFans.
So Shannon, you have to understand, like, hey, you got people in your corner and everything because the facts haven't come out yet. Yeah. Now, once the facts come out, and then people make their own judgment, but you're making it hard for people to really be on board when you offer somebody money to be quiet.
10 million, bro.
That was alleged. From at this standpoint, I mean, hey, I'm still a Shannon Sharpe fan, but we're gonna wait until all the facts come out and all of the gossip come out.
Yeah, it's a judge-free zone, my guy.
Yeah, it's a judge-free zone. Absolutely. Until you're judged.
Until you're
until you're judged.
We here for the entertainment, my guy.
In the words of Shannon Sharpe, sex tape, black tape, masking tape, Lakers in 5.
It might be old girl in 5 the way it's looking. She's trying to get you up out of here.
Trying to get you up out of here.
But all right, let's get into this.
To some sad news. So there was
Florida State University.
Florida State shooting. I'm sure you've heard of it. Heard it. I don't really, I saw some of the story. There wasn't a whole lot of details. It's kind of murky. I mean, they said 2 were killed.
Yeah, so I think it was
6 injured.
2 killed, 6 injured.
But they didn't really go into they didn't go into the background. They didn't go into,
like what was the motive?
Yeah.
Also, he is
he was the son of a
sheriff. So,
yes,
because the gun he was using was was one of her. What was it? The mom or dad?
The mom is the sheriff.
Mom. So
yes.
She had a assault rifle or whatever, a service pistol.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I mean that these type of things still continue to happen. You know what I mean? And now, I mean we've had incidents at colleges before, but it's just like the fact that it's reaching the colleges. I mean, it's just like what's going on? And like you said, they ain't really going into details much of a motive. So I mean,
we know why. We know why they dig deep into other stories. It's kind of weird when it comes to situations where different races are involved.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that when a black person is accused of, like, let's say rape, right? When they put the mug shot up, they have his background, what he did when he was younger, and they put accused of rape.
Yeah.
But for people that don't look like us, I always seem to see the sexual assault. And come on, let's be real. Sexual assault is less demeaning than the word rape.
Yeah.
And it seems like that tag always seems to stick there, but a person of color gets the rape tag. Even though they've been accused of the same thing, the sexual assault just seems a little bit less volatile. Yeah. It's the same thing. Sexual assault, rape, same shit.
It just doesn't sound as aggressive as
it doesn't
rape.
Sound as aggressive.
Sexual assault could simply be just groping
you grab the butt,
titty,
But it could also mean you forcefully make somebody do something that they didn't want to do.
Yeah, that too.
Just like in rape, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
and they always want to, the people that know the ladies always want to post the most innocent pictures,
and then they want
to kind of make it seem like
the pictures are like them at a barbecue, them graduating from school, they're smiling, but Antoine Jenkins, he
straight out mugshot.
Straight up mugshot.
Mugshot or
and Antoine Jenkins, that's a made up name.
Antoine Jenkins.
I just made it up. But you get my point. My point is that they picked the worst and they did, oh yeah, you have mental issues. Yeah. Well, no, you know what? The other person gets the people that don't look like us get the mental issues. We just get flat out, he's just a bad guy.
Yeah.
You know, he's black, he's bad, he did that shit.
He did that shit.
But when it comes to people that don't look like us,
we don't know. We have to look into some things.
You know what?
We don't.
Yeah, we don't know for sure what happened.
You know,
we do know he's had some mental issues. You know, he's on prescription and he's been getting counseling and
therapy and all this.
But when it comes to us, it's like, oh yeah, he did it. He's a killer. He's a murderer. He's a rapist. Yeah, throw the book at him.
Right. 25 to life.
25 to life. Throw the book. No evidence. Throw the book.
Meanwhile, they getting probation or 1 to 5, whatever the case is. Like,
yeah.
Well, this is a never-ending thing. It will never end. It's something we always are going to deal with.
And that actually ties into the Karmelo Anthony situation. So we are. So it was this high school, right? It was a high school. He's accused of killing, what's his name? Austin. Is it Austin Metcalf? I think his name is Austin Metcalf.
So what was it, twin brothers? He only killed one of them?
So they twin brothers. He killed one.
One of them.
The story is murky. He is pleading self-defense. He said that, you know, I don't know the story. We don't know the whole true story. He's already
been releasing all that on bond.
Yeah, but so allegedly he was, they were at a track meet and it was raining bad. So, you know, it's outside. So everybody's trying to get cover. He tried to get cover from the rain. He ended up under the other team's tent. So it wasn't his school tent, it was the other team's tent. And I think like the brothers went over there, confronted him and stuff. And, you know, it was a little back and forth about, hey, don't touch me, don't do this, don't do that, you got to go, or this and that. And it was arguments, and one of the brothers ended up dead. And allegedly it was a knife, but then I heard it was a cleat cleaner. So
for the track spikes.
Yeah, for the track spikes, which makes sense for him to have a cleat cleaner at a track meet or access to one.
Yeah.
Because this thing, like, why would you take a knife to a track
That is just crazy.
So nobody knows for sure, because I've seen those two conflicting stories, but you know how the media do. They like to hype stuff up. They like to create a narrative that benefits them, and so they can sell Well, I forgot we don't have newspapers anymore, but you get clicks. Hey, well, I grew up in the newspaper era, you know, Sunday comics and stuff.
2025.
Yeah. So, you know, they create a narrative to get more clicks and everything and to boost their engagement. The point I wanted to connect to was that, so Karmelo Anthony had a GoFundMe page put up. And this is kind of controversial. So I think they raised a lot of money. I think they raised like I don't know for sure, like $500,000 or $1 million or something. Well, there are people that are saying they should take it down. He doesn't deserve a GoFundMe. He shouldn't have that type of money. He shouldn't do this. And you have all of these accusations without knowing the true story. We don't know the full story. It could have very well been self-defense. Yeah. We don't know that it's not self-defense. We don't know that it's self-defense. We don't know that it's not self-defense. Let the story come out. But anyway, you have these people. Hey, and they're talking about, well, he shouldn't have a GoFundMe. They're trying to take it down. You know, they're calling him a killer, a murderer. I do remember when what's the guy's name that shot the guy at the riot? I forgot his name, but you know who I'm talking about. They were very happy to donate to his cause. He had he had several GoFundMes.
What situation are you talking about?
Kyle Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse. When Kyle Rittenhouse, before he had trial, they raised millions of dollars for him. They had no problem. This was before the facts came out. You raise money for Kyle. You throwing barbecues. You selling merchandise. You got GoFundMe's up to support so you can help pay for his lawyer fees. Yeah. Well, why can't Karmelo Anthony do the same thing? I mean, we know why there's an issue. But tell me why. Why is it okay for Kyle Rittenhouse to be able to set up all these GoFundMe? This was before he was determined whether he was guilty or innocent. How come it was okay for you to put him up there on poster board and say, hey, let's donate. Let's help him with his legal fees. Well, his family's trying to do the same thing. Yeah. So why do you have an issue with it? You shouldn't have an issue with it. You didn't have an issue with Rittenhouse raising money to defend himself. You shouldn't have an issue with Karmelo Anthony raising money to defend himself. You see what I'm saying? The double standard is crazy. It's wild to me. It's really wild to me.
But, I mean, once again, I mean, that's just the way the world
that's
is.
The way of the world, but that doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right.
We've been saying this since how long?
But you know what? It's not like anybody had a problem with them raising money for Kyle Rittenhouse. Nobody said a word.
I know. I'm just
Nobody
saying,
said a word. Nobody said a word. It was when Karmelo Anthony had, then, you know, they started with the bullshit. I
don't know. That's just me. I mean, I'm not the type to keep speaking on a recycled thing that goes on. I mean, we've been dealing with this since, the Martin Luther King days. You know what I mean? He did his best to get it to what it is now. But, I mean, when it comes to the black and white, I mean, this is going to keep going on forever. So I don't even I don't invest myself in stuff like that, really. I mean, for what? It ain't going nowhere. As hard as we try this and that, they're always going to keep trying to shut whatever things we do to try to, fight against it. They're always going to find ways to shut it down.
But what if Martin Luther King felt that way? He was like, man, I'm not going to jail for these people. I'm not going to be marching, hurting my feet.
I mean, everybody
that means there'll still be white only and black only water fountains and black and white only bathrooms and we'll still be, in a worse state than we are now.
Well, it's always somebody. He crawled so he can walk. And it happened to be Martin Luther King. It could have been anybody.
It'd be white only pies and black only pies. You know what I'm saying? So somebody got to do something. We know how
the pies go between pumpkin and sweet potatoes. So.
No, you don't remember in
what, Life?
Life. He like, why can't I get some of that white only pie? Oh man, classic movie.
It's just a small point. My whole thing is, I feel like I hate to see when people that look like us get involved in situations that I feel like could have been like easy resolvable.
I agree.
Like you said, he said he was under another school's 10 or whatever case is. Just go somewhere else. Just go be where your school is at. I understand the rain. It's just rain, bro. You ain't gonna melt. It's okay. It's not like you've never seen or been in rain before. I just feel, just go be wherever your school is at instead of being in getting into a situation where, damn, you didn't kill somebody and you almost went to jail and then, you know what I mean? So I just feel like there's always, just was easy resolvable in my situation. In my opinion, I just feel like you could have just.
So. My thing is, they always teach you, they taught you since grade school to turn the other cheek, correct? Well, how come it's only people of color that are expected to turn the other cheek? How come it's only, it's almost like you get into situations where people that don't look like us feel like they can say or do whatever they want to do, and you're supposed to just take it. This isn't 1940 or 1950. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying do anything like retaliate and anything reckless, because you're right. that situation could have been resolvable. He could have went to where his school was. He could have avoided that situation. But what about situations that you can't avoid? Okay, are you supposed to just, turn around, turn your back to them, and just let them do whatever they want to do to you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, because turning the other cheek could get you killed. Turning the other cheek can get you injured. You know what I'm saying? Turning your back to somebody to avoid a situation could get you really messed up.
Yeah.
So, we have to look at certain situations, and we can't come to judgment on what we don't quite know about.
And we don't even necessarily, yes, it was white kids and black kids, but we don't even know if it was necessarily had to be a deal with a race thing. It could have just been, why are you over here at our school? Go to the other tent. And, just the way everything happened, it could have been, the wording, talking to him crazy, this and that.
Absolutely.
So we don't even know if it's directly connected to a racial thing. It just happened to be between a white and black kid.
I think when it came to them in that tent, it had nothing to do with color.
Yeah,
I think it just had to do with disrespect or being young, being a teenager. Now the media is going to spin it like it's a race thing. Now they're going to spin it, but in my opinion, I think it was just two. Well, it was three of them.
Oh yeah, the twin brother.
But it was
Karmelo.
teenagers, hot-headed teenagers, hot-headed teenagers that let a situation spin out of control. That's more. That's nothing more to it than that.
A competition thing, like why are you over here?
Nothing more to it than that.
We competing. We trying to beat y'all, and you over here in our 10 and all that. So, but like I said, that's why when it comes to that topic, I just don't invest myself, because either way, the media is always going to twist it to a racial thing when maybe it could have not been a racial thing. We don't know. We weren't there. We only getting what a couple witnesses or whatever story that the media decide to make up, because at the end of the day, they're still going to make their own story.
Yeah, because you know what? The media is only for clickbait. That's it. They're going to spin it into a racial thing.
They want to spin it.
And I don't feel it was a racial thing, to be honest with you. So we got the NBA playoffs, right?
Yeah, NBA playoffs. We got draft week this week.
How you feel about the Lakers losing to the Mavericks? Not the Mavericks, the Timberwolves. Yeah.
At this point,
he gonna bounce back.
Yeah, it's LeBron. But it's at this point. It's kind of like if you notice since Bron is got to this age now. He's kind of felt. He's accomplished everything. He's really going to other than getting another championship. So I just feel the hunger just isn't. I'm not saying he's not hungry in a way, but it's just not.
No, I think he's very hungry.
Yeah, but it's just not in the way like Anthony Edwards, and that he's young, and he's determined, and he has a point to prove. And who wouldn't want to beat LeBron James?
Of course,
everybody wants to beat the best. You know what I mean? So I just feel like Lakers or LeBron, whatever team he has to be on, losing the first game is not surprising to me. Because it's kind of been a trend. They typically have been losing first games, playoffs since he's been
at home.
It's happened. They got swept last year.
I know, but you watch sports long enough to understand that home, those first two games at home are crucial. You never want to split. You know what I'm saying?
No, you don't. But we all know.
I'm talking about as the home team.
But we all know. LeBron is he always responds, and he's going to respond. He's going to respond tonight.
And they're not gonna shoot the way they did.
Luka's gonna respond, and like Minnesota's not gonna shoot the way they did. Naz Reid ain't gonna go 6 or 9. He's gonna go 1 to 6.
It was like 33.
Yeah, he ain't gonna shoot like Naz Reid gonna go 1 to 9 or something tonight. So I'm not really worried about LA. It's LeBron, Luka. They're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? But Anthony Edwards is hungry. He's young. Randall, in a way, he hungry too. He been around. He was in LA, didn't work out.
He got a chance to get to a championship on his team.
And it was something that came out. Being in Minnesota, you feel like he has a chance. Of course, anytime you leave a team, they always throw shots to the former team. Of course, you had a chance to win in New York. Y'all had a team. Y'all couldn't win. You didn't show up, and you yourself wasn't showing. You was known for not showing up in playoffs, bro. So you can't. I feel like I'm in the all right. You know, that you just salty because they booted you. You know, it is what it is. Booted you for Karl Anthony Towns.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm not too worried about Lakers. They're gonna get through it. They're more likely gonna split. You know, and then go on the road and probably take a split with Timberwolves. That's probably gonna go 6 or 7. But what's another one? Oh, Clippers and Denver. They just split last night too.
Yeah.
I feel like Denver kind of
blew it.
They kind of blew it. They really could have won that game last night.
They could have won it. It could have. It was a close game. It was a very close game.
Yeah. I don't know. It feels like the ending of the game is coming down. Like the coaching is coming. You starting to see it.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, Jokic had a triple double. He scored like 30-something points.
Yeah.
They couldn't do. Clippers couldn't really do nothing with Jokic.
No, I mean, no really team. You can't stop Jokic. I mean, it don't matter who.
They couldn't stop Jokic.
You had 4-time Defensive Player of the Year in Rudy Gobert, who was getting barbecue chicken. You know what I mean? Chicken. So there's no stopping Jokic. The only way you can is you're gonna have to force the ball out of his hands and hope everybody's hitting. And of course, Jamal Murray was hitting yesterday. Who else? Russell Westbrook was hitting threes yesterday. You know what I mean? He been showing up. You know what I mean? So he, of course, former team. So he a little hungry too. You know what I mean? And people have been bashing him. His career lately. You know what I mean?
I like Russell Westbrook.
I have no problem with Russell Westbrook. It's just the way he tends to go about things. He tends to be a really salty person. And tends to get involved in fans a little too much. Like just. Let them talk. Like you ain't doing it. It's a bad look on your part because you stay entertaining nonsense drunk fans for what?
From people in the media and from what they say he's a great dude. I mean, I guess that's different from being on the court. They say he's a great dude, family man. Yeah. I've never heard of him being in a scandal.
No.
Good dude.
Yeah, I mean,
good dude. I don't know why they're trying to bash his career. He's had a great career. Russell Westbrook has had
he's a Hall of Famer.
He's a Hall of Famer.
I mean, no ring, he's a Hall of Famer. I mean, of course, we know we have Hall of Famers with no rings, but no, I feel Russell Westbrook
Charles,
is definitely.
You trying to take a shot at Charles?
I mean, everybody take Charles. Shaq and them take shots at him every night on TNT. They said something about it the other night, but yeah, we always, Karmelo Anthony, Hall of Fame, Allen Iverson, we all have greats in the Hall of Fame. So, I mean, I believe that Russell Westbrook for sure is a Hall of Famer. It's just he always just tends to get, just bashed in the media for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But Kawhi, man, he couldn't miss a damn shot yesterday.
He was killing him.
He's actually healthy.
Playoff Kawhi is different.
Yeah, went healthy. We haven't seen this Kawhi since Toronto. And he honestly is goofy for leaving Toronto, in my opinion. You should have stayed there. LeBron was gone. You could have ran
the table.
He literally went to the finals the next year LeBron left. Like, you ran through the East, no problem. With the Giannis's and all that. Like, and y'all could have brought more to Toronto. I mean, people tend to go to Toronto,
That was he went to the Lakers?
Who?
No, what you mean he left? LeBron
after
left.
LeBron, that was Cleveland's last run. So LeBron left after that year to go to LA. And Toronto won the next year because they faced the Golden State team in the finals. The unhealthy Golden State team. That's why when we was talking about the other week, how Golden State is always happy to be in it. Like, they really could have 5 for real, but they just was unhealtty that year. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
they might sneak up in there. They might sneak up in there, man. Golden State.
Oh yeah, I mean, you called Houston. I already knew what it was going to come down to. It was going to come down to experience. Houston is just too young.
They're too young.
And Jalen Green, I said Jalen Green is going to be the X factor in it because he's going to have to show up. Because outside of Jalen Green, who else you really looking to get a bucket other than maybe Sengun?
He was killing it. Sengun was killing it.
But if they figure out a game plan for Sengun, you need more. You need more. You know what I mean? So A-Man ain't really much of a scorer. He's more of defensive, rebound. He facilitates the ball. I'm not expecting A-Man to get 20 a night. You expecting guys like Jalen Green to get 20.
Right.
Even VanVleet, even though he's a point guard, I mean, he's kind of like pass friendly, but I mean, you gotta at least give us 15, 18. Exactly. You know what I mean? They gave you all that money for what?
Yeah.
They paid you like you a star. You know what I mean? So right now I just think Houston is just is too young, and it showed. And I honestly, the way it's looking, it might be a gentleman's sweep because I think when they go to Golden State, they ain't gonna have no chance.
They ain't gonna have no chance.
Steph Curry.
They have to split.
Steph Curry, and you can't ever. Like, this is playoff.
And once he
Jimmy.
get hot, and once he feel like, oh, he got a chance.
You got Steph getting hot in playoff Jimmy.
Golden State is one of the hardest places to win in the playoffs.
And we know this personally.
We know this for 4 years straight.
Hey, we got one though. We got the finals there.
We got one.
You know, but we know how hard it is.
We know how hard it is to play in Golden State. We know.
It's tough.
We know. 4 years in a row.
And you got Steph Curry and you got playoff Jimmy. Golden State is if LA makes it past T-Wolves and Golden State, LeBron is gonna have to channel that inner.
Well, Butler's gonna go at LeBron. LeBron's gonna go at Butler. That would be a good series. That would be a good series.
It's gonna be a great. It's always, even the regular season matchups is always great.
Yeah.
But enough of this West talk.
Hold on. I think I had one more point. You know what? Never mind. What? Go ahead. I was gonna say something about the NBA playoffs, but it's okay. We'll keep
enough of this West talk. It ain't really too much to talk about OKC and Memphis. That's going to be a sweep.
Well, the NFL draft is this week.
It is this week. Yeah. Cavs look good. How about them Cavs? First round blowout. First game blowout. I think we're going to take care of Miami 4-1. I think Miami will get one at home.
They might get one at home.
Cavs tend to, stick around too much.
No, they
stick around too long.
They take a game off.
Take a game off.
They take a game off.
I mean, I feel like since a lot of teams do.
No more. No more than 4-1 though.
Yeah, no more than 4-1. Mm-hmm. So I'm expecting us to get past. Dame come back tonight. We'll see what he brings to the table tonight. He was talking all that smack on the bench first game.
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
Who played tonight?
Milwaukee, Indiana, OKC, Memphis, and then LA.
Oh, it's 3 games on tonight.
3 games tonight.
Okay. And what's your picks? You got any picks?
What?
Who you project to win tonight?
I mean, I ain't really the money time type of person, but I mean, I'm gonna go Indiana.
LA win tonight.
LA wins tonight.
Okay.
OKC easy. I didn't. Ja Morant.
Oh, that's a sweep. OKC's gonna be a
Ja
sweep.
Morant's response was, if we split, it don't matter. Of course it matters, bro. You want to. It ain't about settling for a split. You want to win every game. It ain't about we win game 2, game 1 ain't gonna matter.
It does benefit.
No, it does. But
team.
You're gonna want to win. You want to be done with the first round because you want some time to rest before the next round. You know what I mean? Why not try to get a team out in 4 games? I want to win every game.
Well, that game wasn't close from the
No, it wasn't. 60. Yeah, easy. 50-60. You know what I mean? Had no chance.
That shit, he ain't had no chance.
So
Ja Morant's a great player, though.
Great player, man. Just need to.
He needs more, though.
He just need to grow up.
Grow up, yeah.
Grow up, bruh. Just grow up, man. But who else we got? East. Detroit and New York. That's gonna be a great series. Detroit got the win last night. Mm-hmm. They almost let it up. Gave it up to New York. They had a little comeback last night. But their youth and experience kind of showed up a little bit towards the end because they kind of blew the lead or whatever the case is. But now they go to Detroit with Detroit getting a dub. We'll see how that plays out. So we
got the NFL draft. Who do you want them to go with?
Oh, I'm going Travis Hunter.
Okay, and I want a quarterback. Doesn't necessarily have to be Shador, but it has to be a quarterback.
Oh, now it has to be a quarterback. It don't have to be Shador now.
So we've gotten to this thing where we do the Mount Rushmore.
Indeed, every week.
The four people, the top level of whatever category we're talking about. And this week we have black actors. I'm just going to go ahead and put my 4 and then you go ahead and put your 4. And this is in no particular order, but the Mount Rushmore for black actors.
Yeah, we're doing black actors.
We did specifically black actors. We're going to do actors and actresses and whatever. But no particular order. I got to put Denzel Washington up there.
Yeah, of course.
And then I follow that with Sam Jackson.
Of course.
And then I go Eddie Murphy. And number 4 was kind of a toss-up because those 3 are like above and beyond everybody else, and everybody else kind of is in the same pot. I mean, you could, you could go with I don't know. Number 4 was tough for me. we're talking about the Mount Rushmore. So I'm gonna go with Will Smith. So I got Denzel, Sam Jackson, Eddie Murphy, and Will Smith.
I ain't got the same as me. I got Denzel, Sam, and I got the same as you.
Now, if you really want to get into, because you could go into the debate of there's a difference between actors and there's a difference between movie stars. To be honest with you, I mean, we kind of forgot like Morgan Freeman.
Damn, I did forget about
Morgan Freeman is one of the greatest actors of our time. But we tend to go with the big blockbuster movie stars. You know what I'm saying? You could have went with who else could we have went with? Yeah. So we're talking about Mount Rushmore. We're talking about heavy duty, and there is a difference between movie stars and actors. So like Morgan Freeman would be more on. I mean, he's a movie star, but when I think of actors, I think of Denzel, Morgan Freeman. When I think of movie stars, I think of Will Smith, Eddie Murphy. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
you could put Morgan Freeman in Mount Rushmore and then have Will as like an honorable mention.
You really could.
You could do it that way. I just, because
you really could.
It feels like Morgan Freeman just been old forever. So I kind of like
he was old when he was born.
Yeah, like Benjamin Button. You know what I mean? Like,
come on, Lean on Me, Kiss the Girls,
Shawshank Redemption.
Man, Morgan Freeman is that dude.
Yeah,
I'm
been
telling
in a lot of movies.
Morgan Freeman is that dude.
I don't know. I mean, there's tons of black actors, but
he's just not a black. But he's not a summer movie. He's not a summer movie guy. He's into your dramas. Shawshank Redemption. I mean, he was excellent in that.
Oh yeah, that was
Lean on Me. That's like one. That was like when I started getting hit to Morgan Freeman. He was old in that, and I was young. He was old in that.
It felt like he just been old his whole life.
Been old his whole life, and then we start getting into Kiss the Girls. Is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
it's kind of how you never seen that. Okay. Yeah, it's like on the. It was like what's that one movie? Anyway, I forgot, but it's on the murder mystery type of deal, he was great in that. What else? What else you got?
I ain't got nothing.
Well, thank you for joining us for episode 16. We appreciate it. We appreciate all the comments and the likes. And hey, you can check us out on YouTube. Hit subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. It's free. Quit being stingy. And it's literally free. Hit that subscribe button. You can catch us on Spotify, The Really Broke Podcast, YouTube, The Really Broke Podcast, Twitch. What's your name on Twitch?
Can't do. I don't really been on there though.
Oh yeah,
can't do humble.
Yeah,
I don't really be on there.
We about to get back into that though. But Twitch, Big Ken TV, Instagram, The Really Broke Podcast. We can find them all under Big Ken TV. Yeah. So we appreciate y'all.
Just keep tuning in, man.
Just keep tuning in. And next week we have a brand new episode.
I mean, it's a brand new episode every week.
I mean, yeah, but this is customary to say it's a brand new episode. We know it's a brand new episode. We don't do reruns.
I think they know it's a brand new episode too, Pops.
Yeah, but it's just like, that's just customary.
Rerun.
Hey, y'all. See y'all next week.
Have a good one. Be safe. Stay safe.
Be safe.